Very, very interesting results. And I'm joined by someone who can hopefully kind of break down the numbers and give us a little sense of what's going on. Political science professor Jay McCann. Thanks for joining us, Jay. What's your take from the results so far? I've got 89% of the precincts reporting Romney and Santorum at 25%, Paul at 21%.
Well, that's about what the polls were predicting, so the polls were more or less on target. I think it's a good day for Santorum. He was trending upward recently, and it really shows how mobilizable some of those constituencies are, particularly the evangelicals.
What surprised you about the results so far?
Well, surprising.
Was it Santorum? Was that the biggest surprise?
Yeah, Santorum, he came out even a month ago. You wouldn't have really seen that coming. It also indicates, for all this talk of divisiveness, we saw the party leadership, including George H.W. Bush, Elizabeth Dole, rallying at the last minute behind Romney. So that would suggest that they're trying to kind of head off some of this divisiveness that was just mentioned here.
Is Santorum just kind of a flash in the pan? Do you think he's got staying power through New Hampshire and South Carolina?
Yeah, good question. That remains to be seen. Signs would point right now to flash in the pan. Let's remind ourselves that in 2008, the winner was Mike Huckabee in Iowa with 35% of the vote, but he ultimately didn't get the nomination.
How often does the Iowa caucuses determine the president? Is this an accurate bellwether of what's going to happen?
Yeah, it would be wrong to call it an accurate bellwether. Since 1980, there have been 12. I just counted it earlier today, 12 contested caucuses if we pool the Democrats and Republicans together. And of those, only 7 times has the winner of the Iowa caucuses gone on to get his party nomination.
And did Barack Obama win?
Yes, he did. Yes, in 2008.
So we'll see. Maybe 2 in a row, but we'll see.
Yeah.
The one wild card maybe in New Hampshire will be John Huntsman. Do you think he'll do well there, or is it?
It really looks like it's Romney's. He's got a decisive advantage there in New Hampshire. Very good organization, very well known in Massachusetts, of course, all through New England.
And finally, just talk about, Indiana, we got several months before our primary. Does it even matter? It almost seems like it's going to be wrapped up before it even gets started. Really.
Yeah, well, this does suggest that we're going to see a significant race going far into the future. One interesting twist this time around is that the Republicans are using a proportional representation way of counting, meaning that second place, third place finishers are going to get some of the delegates. That's new for them, and that has a way of extending the contest. So by the time our primary rolls around in May, there may still be something to vote for.
And do you think that's good for the political process?
Well, if you believe in choice and participation, yeah, there was a lot of excitement in 2008 because Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama were still going at it during Indiana, and I can remember a lot of folks were really excited about that.
Okay. All right. Well, Jay, thanks so much for joining us.
Yeah, thank
Appreciate
you.
it.
Okay.